walkthrough of the 30-day strategic content rotation guide so that you know how it pairs up with the templates. So let me grab the templates actually. You'll see that the dots on the templates will correlate to the document. So that'll come very shortly. But basically, the idea of this template is to give you a guide, because often we get stuck on what to post and then spend so much time creating it. So this is going to eliminate both of those overwhelming, stressful factors. And this guide in particular gives you like a cheat sheet on what to post, so you don't have to think about it. Now, the posts are based on 5 key pillars. The first one being authority and value, which is symbolized by red on the template sheet in Canva. And then problem awareness and perspective is orange. Yellow is behind the business. Green is engagement and opinion. And lastly, blue is selling and conversion. So you'll see them all in there. So all of these have been strategically created with marketing psychology in mind. They're not just pretty templates. So as you go through this, you'll see how to use the system, have a read through, but basically the idea is that you get to use this to its full capacity. It's not a one and done. And this has an example. So if you are using something that, the template that's, this is a mistake that I see everywhere, you might talk about pricing one month, another month could be about branding, it could be about consistency for the third month, so on, so forth. So you can definitely switch it up and use them across the board. People are not going to remember, what you've already created a month ago, but it's just something that you can keep on reusing and tweaking, and you can definitely make it look a little bit different as well as have the different angle. Now, we've got 3 different, I skipped ahead. I've done 30-day structures, and they are in 3 different systems. So there is one if you're growing, if you're building reach, and if you are launching. You can alternate between them. So the first one is this balance growth month. You'll see what the goal is for the month and what the weekly rhythm is. 2 authority, 1 problem awareness, so on and so forth. Now, I've put them down here as a sample 30 days, so you'll be able to see them and just go across to the templates and pick the one that you need. So for example, if I could only teach you one thing, that's in the red section. So you go across and you find it within the red section. Then this one here. So that's that. Now, if you decide, you know what, that red is not for me, because you know that you are using one of this category, the red category, you can go ahead and switch it up. So you might decide that you want to do this one instead. So that's why I've popped the color dots in there as well, so that you can very, very easily chop and change things. And, you'll notice that, for example, in the first 2 weeks, you might be using 5 reds and then another one in week 3. So 6 in total. Now here there's actually 13. So maybe the second month you use the opposite. So it's completely customizable. Then you can go to the second one, which is about growth and reach through relatability and visibility. And you've got this option here. And then if you are planning a bit of a launch and you just need some inspiration and a bit of a strategy behind it, then you can use these to also lead into your launch plan. Now, I just want to note that this isn't a standalone launch plan, which I think is very nuanced to every business. So you'll see the note is here. There are things that you're going to want to put in, like if you've got a product, you want to put your product in. If you have a service, you want to talk about why it's amazing, and maybe a new timetable if you have a studio, etc., which you could definitely include in within some of these posts, but use this as a guide. Feel free to switch things out and to add more if you want to post multiple times a day. So that's going to give you a bit of a strategic plan for launches as well. So there you have it. That is how you use the 30-day strategy. And then mix it around and you'll get so much use out of both the strategy and the templates.